So tonight we're going to have shrimp curry, and so I thought it would be a great time to try out the naan bread recipe that's in volume 2 of the cookbook. And volume 2 is recipes on my favorite TV shows and my favorite restaurants and things like that. So naan bread is from the Bombay Bistro in Rockville. Here's a little story to that, I'll tell you in a second. So you're going to start with 2.5 cups of lukewarm water. You don't want to have it too hot because that will kill the yeast. So a packet of yeast, it calls for 2 teaspoons. A packet of yeast is roughly 2.5, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. You want to whisk it. Okay, to the dissolved water, you're going to add 3 cups of flour to start with. Okay, now I'm going to do the majority of this in the KitchenAid. My arms just can't do it. So you're going to add 3 of that. Okay, so after you have it good and stirred, you're going to add 2 more cups of flour. It's a lot of flour. And a tablespoon of salt. And this is about all there is to naan bread. We're going to add some flavor to it when we brush it with some olive oil. So once I have what I consider it decently mixed, this is a bread hook, and I'm going to put it on the KitchenAid, and I'm going to let it do the majority of the mixing and then the kneading. So we're going to give this a try. I've never done it, so we're going to see how it goes. So it's pretty well, it's gotten almost to where I want it to be. It's nice and elastic, but I'm going to mush it over itself, shift, mush it over itself. So we're back, and this is what we've got. It's doubled in size. Yeast never fails to amaze me every time it works. So you're going to dump it onto a floured board. I've set the oven to as high as it'll go, which is 550, and I have a stone in there, a pizza stone, and that just helps make it hot. Okay. So the first thing you do is you're going to punch all the air out of it. I'm just going to kind of do it this way. I'm going to try to maintain the shape a little bit. That'll make making the ovals a little bit easier. And once you've punched all the air out, you're going to divide the dough into 4 parts. So I was going to tell you about the Bombay Bistro, how we found it. So one year, I don't know, F. Scott Fitzgerald is buried in Rockville, and so on one of the anniversaries of a birthday, they were having this Gatsby picnic thing, and so Debbie said, oh, we should go. And so we go to this Gatsby picnic in Rockville, and there's no food there. So coming into Rockville, she had seen an Indian restaurant, and I had never been to an Indian restaurant, so she was like, oh, we should go get Indian food. So we did. We went and got takeout Indian and a bottle of champagne, and went back to the Gatsby picnic and sat on a blanket and had, that was my first Indian food, and I really liked it. And naan bread was part of it. And samosas and biryani, however you pronounce it. So what I'm going to end up here with is 4 little balls, or 4 little discs kind of, and these are your loaves of naan. Okay, so I'm going to shape them into the shape of a loaf of naan. You've seen them in the grocery stores, how they look. I don't think I'll quite get it that perfect. So what I've done here is, because nobody really wants to bite into little bits of garlic, I infused some olive oil with garlic and some red peppers, and then I filtered it out. So now I'm just going to brush the olive oil on. Stone's nice and hot. I'm going to put them on the, well, shoot. I was trying to get 2 baked at one time. It may or may not work. I don't have them the perfect shape either. Okay, so 8 to 10 minutes. You're going to bake it at 550, and then we'll have the bread.
This looks delicious. Indeed it does.